Hello? Is anybody out there? Anybody? Is there anybody out there? You guys, Slimeball turned his chat off, and we need somewhere to talk. I don't want to have to do this to you, Slimeball. But you got Fiona on there, and she's lying, and you're not even going to give her any kickback. You're not going to push back. Why do you believe this? I don't know if anybody's here. No one's going to be here because they're all at Slimes. I don't know if I'm going to just bring this up. Slime, I can't believe you turned your chat off, dude. Like, what is the problem? I'm going to have to try to do this. I don't even know if I can do this live. I might get in trouble for this. I don't know. Is anybody there? What the hell, Fiona? They can't even have they can't even let us talk. Fiona, you're a liar. If Trevor told you that about Kaylee, he's lying. He is lying. I know exactly everything. And you're lying. She's never been arrested. If you believe Trevor, that's on your dumbass. And you keep saying lies. It's a lie. Yeah. You guys are all here? Bad move turning off the damn chat. What the F, dude? This was, I bet, yeah, we're going to turn off the chat. Yeah. It was good, and it was good because I want to know. Because I know this damn Sappy Jess was Sappy Jess. I mean, I knew this from day one. We all knew this, right? Right? I can't believe she answered the phone. I can't believe she answered the phone. Right? So everything was really awesome. Like the chat was booming. I was like, hell yeah, Slime. Fucking get her ass. He called her ass up. And then here comes Fiona. Throws everything off. She's lying. We got to listen to her BS without any comments. Yeah, because she lies. She lies. She's trying to say it's Kaylee. It's not Kaylee. Leave her alone. It's not her. Stop with Atlanta everyday bullshit. And Trevor, you know most definitely you're telling lies. You better tell Fifi the truth, because if you're really telling her this shit, and she's really believing you, unless you guys are both in on it. Can we watch any of this? We're going to have to start from when Fiona got on. What a pile of shit, dude. Hold on. I don't even know if this is fucking loud. I've been pushing my damn luck lately, that's for sure. I need to chill, but what the F, dude? What is your channel's name? Slime? Why is it not here? Screwed Slime. Son of a bitch. Why is it gotta be killing it? And then he F's it all. Lady, hold on, something else is happening. Who's Lady Ballbag? Was that me? Oh yeah, it's Tabby Jeff. Where's the Fiona? Fiona's pissed drunk. Where's Alex? He should have ended on that high note. He should have freaking ended on that high note. He should have ended on that Tina Turner. He should have been like, boom, smashed the phone down, like old school, hung up on Sappy Jess and been like, you little lying bitch. But no, he was on a high, ultimate high, and now he just had Fiona on and just freaking tanked. Boom! Come on now. This is a pile of shite. Hi, Maria. Thank you, Maria. For letting me use your stuff. All right, let's get this biatch up here. Look, she's fucking pissed. She's pissed drunk. She's 3 sheets to the shitty ass wind. And holy hell, let's watch. I would never have done this to you, Slime. But you're gonna turn your comments off? How about just ignore the comments? All right, they just cleared the damn chat. They got 105 watching. All right, here we are. Look at Fiona. She's piss ass drunk. Look at her. Oh, what up, y'all? What up? What up? Oh my God, screenshot that. Screenshot that. Oh, jeez. She should have ended right here, Tina. I can't play Tina. All right. Kryptonite. Yeah, Fifi just came and took your kryptonite. Screwed. We're just doing the Fiona part, and we're all going to listen to her in chat.
Okay, I believe we've got Fiona waiting. Apologies for the wait. I have been grabbing a drink after that After that, well, let's just say after that
Hi.
momentous
That's
call,
when you leave. You
let's
leave on a
welcome
high
on
note.
Fiona.
You leave there. It should have been like, that's it. Boom. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. We would have all left there cheering. We would have left there cheering, dude. Now look. Bleh, bleh, wah, wah, wah.
Good evening, Fiona, or should I say, not absolutely atrocious or whatever you've been accused of.
Now, why don't you just brush? Just lick all their
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That was
Boom.
a mic drop.
Oh,
Fucking
That-
mic drop, man.
If I could find the thing of Prince Harry and
mic drop, man. It was a mic drop. And now Fiona's going to pick the mic up and ruin it for you. Here comes Fiona to ruin the mic drop.
The great Queen, right, doing the whole mic drop to the Obamas. That is what I'm thinking right now.
Unbelievable.
Boom.
Boom.
Well,
thank you. Because yes, when it was October 2023, Russell did a video where he was absolutely
October 2023, October 2024. You know, she always pulls out those dates. And you were wrong about a bunch of dates the other day, so I'm gonna get the real dates. So we're gonna figure it out. We don't know. Fifi's not good at her dates. She doesn't know. Look at her. She's hitting the box wine hard this evening.
absolutely convinced that Graham and I were this account. We'd never heard of it.
Oh,
we didn't even know what
you've never heard of it. Now that's a lie. Look at her lying face. You have definitely heard of it. You mean to tell me that they had all this going on for you, Fiona, and you didn't even know about any of it? I think you knew. I think you knew, Fifi. Fifi, darling, I think that you are lying and you've known this.
he was talking about. And then he said that we'd been to London for 3 days and that account hadn't posted for 3 days while we were in London. Well, that's ridiculous because London has Wi-Fi.
3 days. Remember how Fiona said she was in London for a week? I mean, for a month.
You can
I don't think she was there for a month.
From anywhere in the world. So, I mean, that. And he also said
she said 3 days
that his tech people had traced it to a.
I don't know. I don't want to start with that. I'm not getting into that. I told Fiona that I wasn't going to bring that up.
Gibraltar IP. Well, we're in Spain. You know, Gibraltar's just there, but this is a totally different country.
Here's the thing. Where's the marina? Marina, where's that? That's in Spain, right? And then they worked in Gibraltar across.
And we had the Starlink dish. So we
had the Starlink. Ah.
Fixed IP. It's not like normal
They don't have a fixed IP. Yeah. So you could have put the Starlink over at work or somewhere, or you could have done lots of things.
Next Starlink, you just get this one IP. I said I would email you my IP so you can check it against various things because I don't fucking troll anybody ever. I don't need to. And I just thought that
I don't troll anyone ever. I just don't need to. Now, Fiona. Now we all know. We all know that that's not true. Hi. Hey, Russ. How about that Sappy Jess? That was awesome. Sappy Jess, boom, out of the water. Now, Fiona. Kaylee's not freaking in Atlanta, and she wasn't arrested, Trevor. Stop lying.
That was... I love Jess, actually. I think she's actually a really nice lady. I think she's friends with... I mean, I didn't know that she was Truth Central.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Look at her. She's like, oh, I know all about Jess. Yeah, you know it's Sappy Jess.
Never heard her voice, but I mean, you ringing her, and as soon as she said hello...
I can't believe that dumb bitch picked up the phone.
I recognized the voice. I knew immediately, and I can't believe you phoned.
And that was her voice, and then she was like, it's her sister. She does have a sister. I think it begins with an S2, and it's a weird name. I can't remember what it is, but I'll remember.
I don't know who has sent you her, how the fuck you got her number, but
you got it from Braun.
Are you doing that? You really have, and I mean that caused great distress. And I'm certain that Russell would never have sent a legal letter to me and Graham if he had genuinely not believed we were absolutely atrocious. So somebody
Yes, correct.
has created a lot of shit, right?
Is absolutely atrocious Sappy Jess? Or is it Gertie? Or is it Fiona? We still don't know.
I despise Russ.
All I know is that Sappy and Jess are one and the fucking same. So I used to call her Sappy Jess. Oh, you had a good time with me, didn't you, Sappy Jess? And she's like, I don't care what Michelle Meltdown thinks. Oh, yes, you fucking do. Oh, yes, you do, you little asshole.
Don't get me wrong. But he crowdfunded and he did send me a letter. He did pay a lawyer, trainee or otherwise. He clearly went through a lot of distress.
Yeah, clearly, Fiona. And you probably knew it was Sappy at the time anyway. But you didn't, but you wanted to pretend like, I can't believe you didn't throw her under the bus. See, here's the thing. If it's not you, Fiona, why didn't you point your finger right in her face? Okay? Because you had to have known if it wasn't you, right? So when all this was going down, you should have been like, hey, look, for seriously, it's fucking sappy ass Jess over there. And we're not doing this shit. But no, she's like, oh, I don't know, right? So I don't think I believe you, Fiona. I think that you're smiling because you think you've been cleared. The only thing I heard you being cleared of is nothing. All I know is that I already knew that damn Sappy and the Jess were the same. Okay. I mean, it doesn't take a fucking rocket science to figure that it's the scientists to figure this shit out. That's what I'm talking about, you guys.
Yeah, it's real.
And I'm not messing around with people lying to me all the time. I'm not messing around with people that's going to lie to me, make shit up, tell me some bullshit every fucking day. I'm not doing it.
Reasons. He created a lot of distress for us, but more importantly, somebody at the root of this caused a lot of distress for a lot of people, including my Graham.
Oh, here we go.
I mean,
thank you.
I'm not by nobody's a saint when it comes to Graham and the treatment Graham got from myself. I hold my hands up, apologise. Well, yeah, I don't like the word apologies, but again, nobody comes out of this looking like a saint, put it that way.
The thing is that never mind.
But
no, they don't.
I, for one, have known from day dot when this Truth Central came about, trying to do Gertie Ruth's dirty work, making out Gertie Ruth's not not a sinner and all this, right? I knew straight away, right, that it was the neighbour. I just knew, and because
Sappy Jess.
I did my research and I knew it was like online, public.
I don't know.
No,
I don't know if she's a neighbour or what.
She's a neighbourhood neighbour, which, in my opinion, is classed as a neighbour. It's called neighbourhood.
I don't think she's not in the same. I don't think she's her next door neighbor. Like when you're saying neighbor, I think everybody's thinking her either lives next door or across the street. And I think that's just she lives in the area, possibly. I don't know. Allegedly, I don't know. But that bitch is still Sappy Jess.
Good watch, neighbour.
What I will say is, because I was a friend of Vivian's at one point, I'm actually just as guilty as anyone else.
Yeah,
I believed her. I mean, Vivian comes out with such outrageous lies. They're the kind of lies you think, well, they can't be lies because they're so fucking outrageous.
Oh, wait a second, Fiona. Never mind. It's not your day, Fifi.
And there's something I told Debs and Bron recently. I just remembered because I listened to one of Bron's videos and she said they all crowdfunded for a private investigator. Do you remember to find out?
I believe
who you
Debs
are?
paid £1,000 allegedly towards that. I've been told.
Unbelievable. I would want my money back.
I'm not sure it was Debs, but there were.
I want more information on this for real though, because I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but come on. You pay someone that money, you better come back with some information. That's all I'm saying. I don't know anyone that's ever a private investigator that takes your money and then it's like, oh, I can't find anything. Okay. If that's true, then,
We're a group of them. Anyway, when I listened to Bron's video, she said, well.
And I'm sure, Fiona, you knew all about that. How much did you know about that too? See, she thinks that she's acting like that all this is happening and her and Trevor have no clue. BS.
We hired a private investigator with Gertie Rude. I don't think Gertie put any money in. so that private investigator could study your social media profile. And as soon as I heard
That's bullshit.
those words, I suddenly remembered.
You could do that yourself. I'm sure you've studied a lot more. I'm sure you know a lot more about slime than a private investigator, right? You could probably do his job. Why are you, what? Studying his profile? What does that mean? This is all bullshit. Where's the money? Show me the money. See, I knew this show's about moolah moolah.
I hired a private investigator last year.
Hi.
And I hired
I'm not looking at the comments.
to
Ross.
look into
Check 'em
Russell Green because Vivian said he was a rapist.
Now, did you really?
And
who did you hire to look into Russell Green? And what did you tell this investigator? I think he's a rapist. Look at his profile. This doesn't make sense. You know who he is. You would know more. You wouldn't need to hire anyone. What is wrong with you, woman?
I thought, well, if he is, I'm going to find out. There'll be something on the internet. And I paid this guy £400. And it came back and it was a load of total shit.
Oh, there you go.
There was no, I mean, I might as well have paid a 3-year-old.
Yeah, you get what you pay for. Here we go. Here's the real story. She paid him £400. You could have gave me £400. Well, I wouldn't have done it for you, but you know what I mean? I mean, Christ.
To do a Google search.
You did. You paid someone £400 to do a Google search. Is exactly what you did. You get what you pay for.
And I told Vivian that I'd done this. Graham knew, Trevor knew.
Unbelievable.
And when it came back and I said, well, it's a load of shit. I don't think Graham ever read the
Slime turned the comments off. He had everything awesome. It was going down. It was going the F down. He ended on a high note, dropping mics and shit. And then fucking Fiona comes along and picks the mic up and she's like, oh no, hello, I must come on and lie. Ruin your stream. So you could have ended on a great note, but nope, here comes Fiona. With your lying BS, Fiona. So he could turn the comments off and now we're all here because we're not allowed to comment.
Report. Trevor didn't care. But Vivian kept nagging me. So eventually I sent it to her with the password. Okay. I can send it to you, actually. And I said, well, it's just a load of shit. It basically says this guy's called Russell Green. He's got a YouTube channel called Absolutely Average and a few other. I thought, what a waste of money.
You could have paid me to expose yourself, right?
You could have paid him to find himself. I don't believe you spent that money. Maybe you did because you're a dumbass.
That's what they should.
But the point is, I must have done this. We were in the house last year, and we didn't move back to the house till the 16th of November last year. So it would have been after that. Would have been November, December-ish. I did this, and I suddenly messaged Deb and Bron, and I said, "Well, how come you guys hired a PI to do exactly the same useless shit that I'd already been? Why didn't Vivian tell you that I'd already done that and it was a load of crap?" And then I'm thinking, did she copy paste the report that I sent her and sent it to them? That's what I'm wondering. So it's in their
I don't know. Maybe you only spent $400. Maybe they're like, well, we'll find someone else and we'll spend a little bit more money. Maybe that's what it was.
I've sent them copies that they can compare and have a look at it. I'm wondering that.
I'm just doing one little thing to the chat because I don't like.
Here we go.
I'm not having the chat on if it's going to be a trouble. I'm not.
This is when we all said, "What the fuck?" So I guess somebody commented. I don't know. It's probably me, right? Somebody asked a question. So then this happens
tonight, and I'm not having it off. I made this. Anyone that calls it, if anyone comes on my panel, right, I'm turning the chat off because I said that the other day, and I'm going to stand by that. Anyone.
Oh, I really can't bear.
The chat's going off until our conversation's over.
Oh no!
Because we've done the moldy thing to death.
She can't bear it. She cannot bear the comments.
Last night, this Lex. We're gonna go into. We won't go into that. But I want. If there's a video out there, bring it. Don't just fucking talk about it.
I want to find this damn video, so shut the hell up.
Fucking receipt, right? Because I fucking bring the receipt. So should everyone else, right? Right. I did warn people in the chat. I would turn the chat off, and I've stand by my word. Let me just. I'm just about to show you something, Fiona. That Gertie.
Uh-oh.
I'm just getting some ice.
I'm gonna get some ice for my box wine.
My ice machine's just there.
No worries.
Getting some ice for my water.
Let me just find
go
it.
for it.
If you take medicine or something you can't forget during a day.
Right. Let me find this document that she sent me.
You guys, yeah, it's worse.
Where is it?
Yep.
Where is it?
That's what it was. Yeah.
Right, and what makes it even more alarming, right, is that if Scott, I mean, I don't know how your relationship is with Debbie Innes, right? Is Scottish Debs?
Who's
All right.
Debbie Innes?
Here we go. Who's that? Who's Debbie? Who? Oh my God, Deb's a Scottish last. Fifi don't know you, girl. Debs, she don't know you. Who? Okay.
I don't know her surname, but yeah, I'm
Right,
very close.
okay,
to
well-
her. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, well, there's going to
very close to her. Yes, you better not get out of that. She thought about it for a second.
be, well,
It's like shit.
I will show you this. It's not, I don't know if it will come as a shock to you. Let me have a look at the next one, that screenshot. I haven't.
I doubt if anything is
Okay,
going to
well,
come as a shock.
I
to
haven't
me.
showed this with anyone yet,
Anymore.
so let me just bring it up a second on the screen. Right, it's the same group chat. Okay.
Like that stogie. How long are her cigarettes? What kind of cigarettes you smoke, Fiona? They're like fucking foot long. She smokes footlongs. No pun intended.
Found it, yeah.
Don't worry, girl. I like
Right,
smoking a good
so
footlong as well.
Scottish Debbie was tasked with looking after the money for this supposed detective investigator.
Oh, Brawny.
Right.
Brawny is throwing everyone under the bus. Under the bus. I'm looking to, yep, here it is. So here we have a group chat. It's got Debs in it. There's Vibs. There's a Gertie, and then there's Brawny. Brawn. I don't know if Sappy's in here or is that Sappy? I don't know. But somebody is. Oh, Brawn. Oh, Brawn.
Debs was also aware of the posters that Sapphire was tasked with making. It says here, right, that got Debs thanking Saf for making them posters calling Russell a rapist. So,
Right.
if Debs knows that Gertie and Sapphire were calling Russell a rapist, they would have known. She would have known, absolutely certain, that she was behind the account. Right? She could have come to you with this.
Yeah, that was crazy.
To prove that.
Hold on, what to say? F that bad word. Go on. This is fake one saying how he threw slime under the bus. That would be hilarious, but don't do it. As True Central. You're fucking busted.
That Gertie and Sapphire have called people rapists, right? Which would back your point of view.
Oh, Vivian. No, it's no secret to me. Vivian was constantly messaging me, calling him that.
Okay.
What up, Patrick?
And you know, she would send me great big long texts saying that. And I mean, I was just like, oh, okay. Because I was focused on, I want this guy to stop. And I was.
All right. So she's talking about Russ. Russ was not the agitator.
Focused on the legalities of the fact that he'd sent me a letter and what
you thought he was all these things.
Repercussions might come of that. I wasn't really.
Oh, I'd love to see hers. I'd love to see her chats. Gertie Rude, if you got these chats with Fiona, I'm sure you got some good ones.
Vivian sent me messages about a lot of things, comparing people to her mother, her brother, who she has great issue with. I'm not really focused on any of that. So someone says, fuck that nonce. Who said that?
I believe that's Gertie, because that's Gertie's emoji.
Oh, yeah, I reckon.
Okay, so this is Gertie. Debs. I'm confused. It's we'll figure it out by the end of this.
Go on. I'd love that. Fake one saying how he threw slime under the bus. That would be hilarious. but don't do it.
It's a
as
propaganda
Truth
channel. I've been
Central.
saying this for a year and a half nearly. That
Propaganda. It is. That Truth Central shit was all bullshit.
Gertie was
She had a good right go at me.
using this Jess Sapphire, whatever her name is, right, to make lies up. You have a YouTube channel.
What up? What up?
I don't think so. I think Saf has good intentions. I honestly do. I know that's hard for you to see it from that point of view. I think Saf is probably like I was. I really believed, Viv, that she was vulnerable and everyone was attacking her. Obviously, now I've been on the receiving end of it a lot. I've seen the same shit. And perhaps at some point, if this woman is called Saf, she's going to realise, I think she's done it out of the best of intentions because it's her mate. I really do. I don't think it sounds to me like Gertie Rude had control over her channel at all, because the two channels are quite different styles. If you actually listen to Truth Central, she's a lot softer. She's a lot more.
She lies a lot more
hesitant about facts, which to me,
she is a lot more hesitant about facts.
Me sounds like
that's true.
A friend.
She's hesitant about using facts.
Who's trying to defend a friend, but they're not entirely sure of their facts.
When I listened to her last week on her stream, she was like this Jess or the Sapphire as Truth Central. She genuinely seemed shocked that Gertie had doxed Emma Wells or Ems, whatever her name is. Well, she seemed to be shocked that Gertie had done that, and also that Gertie had given me Candle's like real name. She seemed a bit. So there's obviously, and I genuinely think that she's telling the truth, that she didn't know Gertie had doxed Candle to me.
Well, as you know, I don't really understand the doxing theory. I mean, if anybody wants to know who anybody
like the doxing back and forth and who did this, I don't know about
is on the internet.
I don't know. I don't fucking care.
You judge them on face value of how they behave on the internet. You don't need to know their real name, where they work, where they live. There's only one reason you would want to know that, and that is in order to fuck them up. And
that's true. That's true. That's true, Avid. Oh, we're gonna get back in time too in a couple of days. Yep.
Very spiteful thing to do, and it wouldn't occur to me to do that to someone.
Oh, I'm speechless. She just says it would never occur to me to do that to someone. You did it to Russ. You just said you did it to Russ. You've been doing it to Slime. You just admitted to doing it, and then she's like, I'd never do that to anyone. What the F? Hi, Patrick. Thank you. It might be the 17th already. We're in Britain. Right? Thank you.
I have no idea who you are, and I don't care. I accept you on
Facebook. You did before. You did. You were trying to find out who he was. Don't even tell me that, lying lady.
Face value as the way you present yourself on the internet.
I've got a question to ask you, Fiona. Who is Atalanta? Who do you think Atalanta is? Given the
Well, the honest answer to that question is I don't know. I will never forgive Russell Green for.
Listen to this. I don't know. Change the subject. Russell. And who is Atalanta? I don't know. Change the subject. Russell. Now, what did she say? She doesn't know.
Endorsing it. Apparently, a lady called Kaylee Rayner, also known as Kaylee Owens.
Kaylee Owens? The fuck?
Apparently, I have been told has been arrested.
No.
Trevor told me that.
Trevor told me that. Well, Trevor lied to you.
And that she has said there were 6 people involved.
No, I don't.
I'm not sure if she's the second Atalanta account or the first one.
She's not at all one. And you just said you don't know.
Because there were 2. There was one particular character who.
She has no reason to be Atalanta. None. Stop trying to let the real one off the hook because you know who it is. So stop trying to say it's this person. Why is that? Why are you trying to pretend like it's someone else? It's because you know who it is.
Who kept browbeating her to continue and continue and continue.
No,
Now, I've heard some people claim they think that person was Russell, and other people claim that person is Vivian. I don't know.
I think there's more chance of Russell not being Atalanta. I've got a feeling it's going to be somebody that I've mentioned in the past, right, who I won't mention again, and Gertie Rude. I think if Candor, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me, and never. But his theory about it being Gertie Rude is very, very.
Yeah, I think you're both along the same lines. It makes sense to me. It fits in for me. It's much easier for me to believe that than it's a conspiracy.
The FBI don't care about locks. They're coming. They're coming. They don't give a shit about your locks.
It's something to do with Meghan and Harry, who paid somebody, and it's a big setup, as it is to believe that it's perhaps a sad lady who's got a sad life, who had a little YouTube channel, wasn't getting any attention from anybody, and suddenly she's got a troll account and she's commanding, not demanding, but
hold on. Who's she talking about right here? Who you talking about, Fifi?
Account, and she's commanding, not demanding, but commanding the attention of some pretty big YouTubers in the Megxit community and getting them to dance.
Hold on. Who's she talking to? Who's she talking about? Because Gertie's not doing that. Who the fuck is doing that? Fuck, come on, man. Don't fuck with me now. Isabella's good.
Pathetically, I'm not saying it is Viv, but it fits for me. And to hear how she was with
okay, so now she's saying that she thinks it's Viv that's Atalanta. Okay. So is it Kaylee? No, it's not Kaylee. Kaylee was never arrested, so no. So now you're trying to say it's Gertie.
It was really weird that, you know, that woman.
So she didn't like Matthew Steeples. So fucking what? A lot of people don't.
Harriet Blanca messaging me, and then only a few days later, Viv jumps to my defense. Now we find out absolutely atrocious is connected to her, but that account.
Okay, so is absolutely atrocious Sappy? Is that who it is, Sappy?
Russell was,
or is it Gertie? I don't know.
Complaining about in October.
You already would know who it is. You would already know who it is now that we found out. God.
2023.
Oh my goodness.
That was a long time before Viv came forward with our defense, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
So
Atalanta's been around. Does anybody know when she came up? 2023, 2024. You know, come on.
Did you see the other night somebody phoned in claiming to be you came on that they claimed to be this Atalanta account supposedly, and they said they would email me, right? And they haven't emailed me to come back on again.
I didn't see that part of your live. I didn't.
No, it was the other night when someone claiming to be the absolutely atrocious account. Do you remember the other night?
Yes, and
that was bullshit.
Felt that there was something very fake about the way that person spoke. And when you said, "Well, why did you do all this to Fiona or for Fiona?" and they said, "Who's Fiona?" To me, it sounded like it's a friend they've got to phone up. And
I think it was. I don't know. If it was you, if you really lived absolutely atrocious account, Fiona, it was Steph the Ultra Turd. If it was really Gertie, it was Sappy Jess.
Of course, is not familiar with the situation and doesn't fucking know. That's sort of how it came across to me. That was not genuine. And I thought, oh, how convenient. Somebody has just stepped forward saying they are behind the absolutely atrocious account, and that because Russell has done bad things to them in the past. I think
bullshit. That was bullshit.
Russell's very bad man. He's childish and he's behaved very badly, but I'm not going to label him that.
Good, because he's not. He's not any of those things that you guys all said he was. Here she is, but knew she was screaming. Slime, yeah. Right, a long time. He changes it every year. Right. Right. Oh my.
I'm not particularly fond of Russell anymore, but I would never say he's any of the things that he's been accused of being by Gertie Rude.
Heavy mud to
And you too, Fiona. Why is everybody acting like Fiona didn't say any of this shit?
throw at any man.
I think we can go and listen back at all your videos.
Heavy mud.
I mean, I've had the same accusations against me by her, but I'm lucky for me, no one knows who I am.
They're trauma bonding. They're trauma bonding over Gertie Rude. Unbelievable.
So I've been quite lucky in that respect.
They're
So
showing where did Gertie Rude hurt you? Where did Gertie Rude hurt you?
I literally am wearing one of Russell's shoes. If I was to be known at here, right, you could say I've got both of Russell's shoes on because I would be in the same boat Russell's in, right?
Any man can. In fact, I was watching a play recently called The Street. Don't know if you've seen it, but if you get the chance, it's on YouTube. And there's a particular episode called The Flasher. And it's about a school teacher, basically, who was having a piss in the park. And a little girl threw a frisbee and it landed
and now he's
and
an
he peed all over it. And she ran along and saw his you-know-what.
Yeah, if you take a tinkle in public and someone sees you, you are caught and convicted. You have to register as a SA.
Screamed, and his entire life was ruined. And at the very end of the show, the dad says to her, "Let's take the dog for a walk. Where's the frisbee?" And she says, "I won't touch it. The man peed all over it." And they realized he'd been telling the truth all along. So it's very dangerous allegations. Very dangerous.
But what makes it even more thing for me is the fact that despite these accusations being labelled by Gertie and Truth Central and the soccer accounts on X, that Russell supposedly went for mediation with Gertie, Vivian, and somehow cleared the air. But would you clear the air with someone that called you a nonce, a rape?
Well, they had mediation. I think it was legal mediation. I don't know if that's true. Ross, are you still here? Yeah. Because they'll do that. They'll mediate with you. They're like, look, you two, cut the shit. They're about to blame Gertie for Graham's channel getting demonetized. The only people who get channels demonetized are yourself. You fuck up and you do it. And that's how you get demonetized.
Pissed.
Unless somebody bot attacks you and does all that shit, but you know.
No.
Oh, sorry. Who told you they mediated?
Gertie Rude.
The police.
I think that's probably bollocks.
And I won't name the other people that told me this, but we're talking about YouTubers that told me this.
I don't believe that ever happened.
Okay, then how do they become friendly again?
Gertie Rude said that she.
I think that Russ, are you still here? Redirection as how she stayed on the run for years. Boom. No, this is not that much longer. It's not that much longer.
She'd been cleared by the police, and that Russell had seen that she'd been cleared, but she can't bring the receipt to prove that the police have cleared her of being behind these absolutely atrocious, whatever it's called. But she did. I don't know if you saw it, but she said,
I actually don't know that the police ever approached her about it. I believed her at the time.
Right.
Because Graham and I, well, you'll know about this. Graham and I did a video.
You're not friendly again?
And I asked her, could I use a clip of her
Okay, you're not friendly again. Okay.
Concerned. And she said yes. So we spliced that in, and I was talking about Sussex police approaching her, which now I'm not sure they did. And we included that, and Graham got demonetized because of that particular video.
Why?
Right.
YouTube said it was reused content. Now, at the time, in a heightened state of paranoia and believing her, I believed it was Sussex police who'd got him demonetized. But on reflection, we used some of her content.
Copyright.
And he got demonetized for reused content.
Yeah, that would happen because you reused some of her content.
And we actually blamed you and did a little video
And they blamed you, Slime.
filming
Oh,
the
Lord.
screen all about your channel. Yeah, I think you've seen that, haven't
Yeah,
you?
I did wonder. I did think it wasn't me because, but then it makes sense now. But then,
Yeah, it's all starting to fit together, isn't it?
and the fact that Gertie Rude somewhere there's a screenshot of her claiming that someone found of her claiming, oh, absolutely atrocious isn't her. No, she went absolutely atrocious is me, but then she went, no, I mean absolutely unhinged is a family member of mine.
That's right. Yeah, and I don't even know if there is an account called Absolutely.
Oh, there was. There's one called Absolutely Pez, one called Absolutely one. There's loads about me.
That water, Fiona,
and also,
good job. You drink that water at the end of the night, girl.
She's done.
You can kind of tell her style as well, can't you? I mean, she tried to say it was me, and you can see the posts in it. That it's written in her style, her syntax. And it's very distinctive.
And she's not very tech-minded, or she doesn't.
I don't know what this is about. Let me take this sweatshirt off. You guys, hold on. Ooh. Like, I don't understand this part.
So she says. So when she creates these accounts, she doesn't always change the handle. So you get basically, like if they know they go by your.
Oh, okay. They're talking about how they can tell it's okay.
They kind of incorporate your email into the handle. So you've got like Gertie Rude, like in the name of the X account, and then in the handle it's Atalanta. Like she hasn't bothered to change it, so she's gone out of her way to create a fake account. So I've caught her making fake sock account, creating sock accounts.
All right, but who cares?
Running theme with the sock accounts, and that's how I've gone to know that Gertie is behind them, and I've known.
I think you're going to get this as well. You're going to get people who will want to defend you, and with the best will in the world, they're going to do it. But they will actually make your life more difficult by doing that, if you know what I mean.
Like Denise.
Well,
oh shit! When I just put
Limu Limo at your service.
Sylvie again.
Her husband died, so let's cut the lady some slack. Maybe she lost her fucking shit at that point.
I mean, but I'm going on Candor's logic. Just because you're a widow or widower does not excuse your bad behaviour. That's Candor's words, not mine. So
that's true. That's true. It certainly doesn't excuse that. I mean, it would not. But obviously, Graham's died recently. I would.
No, it doesn't.
Have no excuse to go out and just start attacking people randomly.
Oh,
but until you've walked like
I can't say I've walked in them shoes.
Okay.
I don't know what was going on in Vivian's life. I mean, I barely knew her. She was another YouTuber, and she emailed me and asked if we could do a Meghan Markle skit together. I'd never spoken to her before, and I wasn't sure how it would work, but I thought, well, I'll try, because she was a smaller channel. I think she had about 3,000 and I had 5,000 followers then. I thought, yeah, let's do it. And then I didn't hear from her for a couple of years, but I did see on her community post that her husband had died, and she put some video up of the funeral. I mean, I don't know. When people lie, her lies have been outrageous.
Yeah,
well, did you know
outrageous?
Are you aware that she's
been
friends with?
Dawn knows a lot. This is why she's trying to stay out of it, because she knows. Okay, she doesn't. Now she's about to say one absolute account is behind the scenes secret between Graham and Dawn.
Our recollections may vary. Do you know they've been friends for a long time?
I knew they were friends, and I did listen to a video that Our Recollections May Vary did about the whole story of her and Vivian.
Right.
And I actually found her quite credible in the way she was describing it. And from my experience of being friends with Vivian, I'm certainly not friends with ORMV, but the way she described it was, well, I wasn't sure about this, but then Vivian would da-da-da-da-da. And then I had my doubts about that, but Vivian was da-da-da-da. And I thought, yes, that's very much what my experience was. When a friendship makes you feel quite uncomfortable.
But then that brings me on to this Aunt Maddie. Are you aware of Aunt Maddie?
No, I'm not. But I've heard this, you know, this thing.
So-
Aunt Maddie's dead. Aunt Maddie isn't dead. I don't know who Aunt
Fiona,
Maddie.
Aunt Maddie is alive. She's alive.
Gertie is, well, I don't know if she still is Facebook friends with this Madeline, right? But this Madeline, right, and her daughter have been friends on Facebook with Gertie.
They're supposedly ORMV and her daughter, but we don't.
And then Gertie came out basically, despite being Facebook friends, saying, "Oh, basically, Maddie's dead." When I out with Maddie as recollections, whether that's wrongly or rightly, right? So, and then Gertie changed her thing from, "Oh, she's not dead, she's alive." I didn't know this, but you could have just gone to the daughter on Facebook and gone, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear about your mum," or no, the whole thing that stinks, and it stinks of it just rot. It literally.
I can't play this either because of music. I can't listen to that anymore. All right, that's all. That's all, folks. For that, that's all. All right, what do you think? What's everybody thinking? Fiona's about to tie it into Dawn too. What did she say? I don't care. I didn't mean to take it off right then. What did she say? So she's throwing Dawn under the bus. She's gonna throw Dawn under the bus. All right, let me put it back up then. Because I was like, I can't listen to this shit anymore. Like, I'm literally like having hot flashes. I'm like, what the fuck? This is awful. Let me go back. Let me go back and I'll listen to what she says about Dawn. Because I do want to hear it. Oh, fuck, man. You still live? Oh, this is a new one. Hold on. All right, we're listening from here. Let's start here.
Elections May Vary did about the whole story of her and Vivian.
Right.
And I actually found her quite credible in the way she was describing it. And from my experience of being friends with Vivian, I'm certainly not friends with ORMV, but the way she described it was, you know, well, I wasn't sure about this, but then Vivian would be connected to the original troll accounts, which were all pretty much created the month her husband died. So let's cut the lady some slack. Maybe she lost her fucking shit at that point.
I mean, but I'm going on Candle's logic. Just because you're a widow or widower does not excuse your bad behaviour. That's Candle's words, not mine. So
that's true. That's true. It certainly doesn't excuse that. I mean, it would not. But obviously, Graham's died recently. I would have no excuse to go out and just start attacking people.
There's one called absolutely Pez behind those accounts, one or the other.
Well, the Chardonnay Rude rings a bell for me because when she did her first parody,
right.
Bollocks.
And I won't name
person spoke, and when you said, well, why did you do all this to Fiona or for Fiona, and they said, who's Fiona?
Vivian, and somehow cleared the air. But would you clear the air with someone that called you a nonce, a rapist?
No.
Yeah, they've been friends for a long time.
I knew they were friends, and I did listen to a video that Our Recollections May Vary did about the whole story of her and Vivian.
Right.
And I actually found her quite credible in the way she was describing it. And from my experience of being friends with Vivian, I'm certainly not friends with ORMV, but
I really don't want to hear this. All right, so Dawn made a troll account. Her and Graham did. Imagine that. These are all hers. Damn, Braun's out and everything. Where's mine? It was like Lady Ballsacks or something. $20.23. Who's Casey the cat? Oh, Sapphire talking to herself. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love when they do it. I love when they talk to themselves. All right, I'm gonna go. I think he's not Atalanta. She's one of my friends who's not Atalanta. Yeah, that's basically what was said. Bring the Muslims. I can't fucking anymore with her tonight. I think Scrooge's on again. I don't know if he's put his chat back on. Let me see. He says he's live. He's got who's up here. Let me find out what's going on. Is the chat's back? And has anyone seen Gertie Rude? Is she saying yeah, I don't know. All right. Yeah, she is one of the good guys. And she didn't do a goddamn thing to anyone. And she didn't deserve any of that bullshit that y'all just put her through. And no, she did not get arrested. No, she is not at Atlanta. Fucking dumbasses. They are? It's okay, Lou. It's okay, Lou. We'll figure it out. One day we'll do a catch up. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go. Russ, don't worry about it. No problem. We're always trying to find what the truth is, seriously. Because this is some bullshit. Just some bullshit. Yeah. Denise doesn't hang here. She's over there somewhere, probably. All right, you guys, thanks for hanging out with me twice today. Thanks for all my birthday wishes. And I'm not sure what we're gonna be doing tomorrow. So I'm not sure what time I'll be on and all that stuff, but I will see you hopefully again tomorrow. Everybody smash a like. Bye.